All right, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I'm start by saying, Call Lord La Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Kodash, which give all praise to the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Son, the Word, ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I also want to give double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well, teaching me this truth, as well as say Shalom to the hopeful elect, all that I can, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And in this lesson, I want to go into 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. Going into the fact of how, the times we're living in and how you're supposed to be carrying and conducting yourself. Because ultimately knowing that, this heavy, spirit is going around Israel right now, speaking about, that whole woke and, I don't want to be woke and broke thing, that individual that Jake was speaking about when he was talking to Bishop Nate on that interview. And that's just the mindset of a lot of our people, man. A lot of our people really have a problem with accepting the fact that this place is going to be destroyed. One of the things he said in the interview, or when he asked the question, he was saying that, because Bishop Nate told him, he was like, yo, look, man, he was like, this place might be destroyed, this place might be burnt up, man. So all the things you're doing here is vanity. And basically, he just completely went over his head. He completely disregarded it. He didn't even think twice about it. He didn't even flinch. And the reason is because he don't believe that. A lot of our people, of course, these heathen nations, but they're never gonna be able to get it, But Jake, man, you just have opportunity, man. Don't get me wrong, it's already slated. The Lord has already predetermined on who will be delivered. But it's just amazing how our people really are completely, their hearts are hardened to this truth, man. They refuse to hearken unto this thing. They really believe that the Babylon's continue to spin on forever, that Esau's going to forever be in rulership, and there's never going to be an end to it, man. They don't believe at the end of this that there'll ever be into this current world, man. Which is funny because if you look to the history, man. All right, when you look to the history, it's very clear that great kingdoms and empires have fallen before. You go to the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, Medo-Persian, the Syrian Babylonian Empire. The four main beasts spoken about in Daniel the 7th chapter, man. All right, it was prophesied they would have to rise and fall before the kingdom of heaven can be established, And people think this is the kingdom, Brothers speaking about it earlier, that people really believe that this is the kingdom of heaven, man. They really believe that it don't get any better than this, bro. You got terms like the American dream, and everyone wants to come over here, and this is where the land of opportunity awaits. This mindset, and our people are just gone, man. They have no idea of what is about to before this place. So I'm gonna get this 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. And why is it gonna come as a thief in the night, man? Because our people aren't preparing for it. They're not gonna have that wisdom and knowledge to keep them stable in the times to come. All right, when really this word's going out. All right, brothers on the highways and byways, week in, week out, pushing these lessons throughout the internet, through that unicorn, this prophesying scriptures. All right, where did this word go out to all languages, all kindreds and tongues, man. All right, people aren't listening though, man. All right, don't get me wrong, this truth is in the air. This is in mainstream news now. Individuals like Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. But ultimately, it's only a small remnant that's going to hearken onto these things, man. And has to be prepared for the day of the Lord, man. Because as scriptures tell you, man, the day of the Lord is not light. It's not light but dark, man. All right, it goes down to Amos. I believe Amos the 5th chapter, Joel the 2nd chapter. All throughout the scriptures tells you the day of the Lord. It's leading at Amos. It tells you, woe unto you who desire the day of the Lord, because what is it for you? A lot of people who claim to believe in this thing, they sit up here and act like they look forward to that day. But if you're not a man of the Lord, you're not part of the elect, man, or that 1/3 remnant, man, you're gonna get destroyed in that day, man. All right, it's gonna be a heavy plagues befalling this place, man. All right, everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, it's going to be just judgment raining out, man. People are going through all types of trials and tribulations, all right? So it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements will melt with fervent heat. Right, man, the elements will melt with that fervent heat, man. It's going to be burnt up, man. I mean, look at that's plain, man. At least says the elements will melt with fervent heat. Like, what else is that talking about, man? You know, when people want to have a problem with with this breakdown of this doctrine, you know, that was given to us through spirit, power, Yahweh Shem Shah. All right, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, you know, and their elders, you know, these are the things that you know, people have a problem with. But I mean, that's plain, man. You know, and like, how else do you break this down? Like, clearly, you know, they're not going into these scriptures in churches. They're not going to these things and any of these any so-called truthers or anyone who claims to believe in the Bible. They're not bringing these things out, man. But it clearly this hasn't happened yet. You know what I'm saying? The elements haven't melted with fervent heat yet, man. All right. Clearly, Babylon the Great hasn't been destroyed. Clearly, it says that once this Babylon the Great was destroyed, it will no longer be inhabited, man. All right. So the fact that people are still that's Jeremiah the 50th chapter, I believe. So the fact that people are still here, dwelling here, the fact that people are still dwelling in ancient Babylon, that's how you know that's not the Babylon it's talking about, man. That's how you know that it's another great city that will be destroyed by that fervent heat, man. By those arrows, as the scripture likened them to, man, which is what those ICBMs, man, that thermonuclear destruction, and that's the impending doom that's coming to this place, man. All right, that second death, that death by fire, because the first death was what, by water. All right, during the days of Noah and the great flood, where the Lord already made the covenant, it said that He would never flood the earth again. You know, but He's going to cleanse it in a different way, because both water and fire, those are both cleansing agents, man. All right. And when He cleanses all the wickedness from this place, as scriptures say that wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. All right. Once He cleanses this place, it's no longer going to be a matter of, you know, I don't think you're breaking that down correctly, man. Or I'm gonna agree to disagree. No, it's be very evident. No, this was Babylon the Great, man. All right, that was the wicked. This was the wicked city that was prophesied to stand, man. All right, you know, the revival of Rome, man. All right, that rebirth of Rome. All right, which clearly we're living in. It says the earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. Right, that's perfect. The point it's making, man. The earth and the works therein will be burnt up. Because but the works that's taking place, man, the things are acceptable, the things that are allowed to go forth from this place, man. That's why it needs to be this sort of destruction. That's why it needs to be eradicated, man. And that symbol in this land being desolate and never inhabited again is going to be the representation on what happens when you allow that type of madness and wickedness and complete perverseness to take place, man. All right, without being met with some type of judgment. All right. And here's the point that I wanted. Verse 11 says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be?" Right, in all holy conversation and godliness. Right, because the fact that all these things are about to be dissolved, man, it's all vanity, man. It don't matter. None of these things really matter, man. What matters, man? Solomon came to the conclusion that the only thing that matters is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments, man. All right? Ecclesiastes 12th chapter, you know, when he was going through, you know, because Solomon was the wisest king, man, the wisest ruler on earth, you know? So ultimately, under his 4 years of peace, you know, he was he was on an extremely high level, man. The Lord was dealing with him, okay? And when he ultimately came to the conclusion of knowing the ins and outs of the earth is that the most important thing is to fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and keep the commandments, man. That's the only thing that matters, and everything else is a byproduct of that, man. Everything else will come, all the benefits you'll be able to reap from that. But that's the fundamental building block, okay? That's first and foremost. Everything that's your foundation, and then you build on top of that, all right? But that comes first, man. That's the order of these things, man. All right. Right, what manner of person are you to be? What manner of person are you to be knowing these things are gonna happen, man? Should you have a vested interest in this place? Should you still be trying to strive and grow in a kingdom that days are numbered, that's literally prophesied to be destroyed, man? All right. That's not the mindset to be in, man. All right. Ultimately, what it shows is a lack of faith. It shows you don't truly believe that things are going to happen. For someone to speak these things unto you and you to completely disregard it, continue on what you're doing, continue on your path, and not change your course, that lets you know that you don't believe it, man. You don't believe it's going to happen. You You need to actually see it. You need to see this place on fire. You need to see the missiles dropping from the sky for you to actually believe this place is over with, man. You need to see the societal clash. You need to see that sedition amongst men. You need to see that love and many waxing cold, man. All these things the scriptures talk about that are about to come to pass, you need to actually see it for you to believe it, man. Well, not too long ago when that demic, I'm gonna say, when that whole thing kicked off, that C-19 thing kicked off, all right, everyone was panicking then, man. It wasn't a far-fetched thing at all. Brothers got testimonies of all the people that we know within the world reaching out and try to inquire other prophets, other men of the Lord, man. As scripture tell you in Ezekiel 33rd chapter, that didn't know that prophet had been among them, okay? That's literally what everyone's gonna do in that day, man. Everyone's be trying to seeking out the answers, man. Getting tossed to and fro, man, just trying to find some type of solution to all these things that's going on. They don't have any answers, man. They're not gonna know what's going on. They're gonna be, and that's why we read it. It's gonna come, that day will come as a thief in the night to them, man. When you least expecting, it's gonna catch you off guard, man. Just like when if a thief was to break into your house, they're not gonna do it in broad daylight when you're wide awake and you're alert and on guard. They're gonna do it when you sleep, man. When it's pitch black outside, when you most at ease, when you're most vulnerable, man. People are gonna be. That's why people are going to be so through, man, because it's going to be the Lord will catch them when they're most vulnerable, man. All right? When you think everything's cool, what scripture said, they shall say peace and safety, and then certain destructions come upon them, man. So you're going to think that everything's all good, everything's all well and dandy, and then that destruction's going to come, man. Those plagues, those tribulations going to come, all right? All those perilous times, man, those dangerous times that's going to come upon you, man, suddenly, and when you're least expecting it, man. All right, and so what, man, see, and that's gonna be a heavy, that's when everyone's gonna believe. That's when everyone's gonna be a believer. They'll be like, oh man, the missiles are real. Oh man, this Babylon the Great, this place is gonna be destroyed, man. Then that's when they're gonna actually be able to accept it. Cause see, they don't have faith, man. Like, which is a gift given ultimately by the Heavenly Father. It talks about that in Ephesians 2nd chapter. Faith is a gift. We're saved by grace through faith, which is a gift for the Most High, man. All right, so you have to be given that gift of faith, man. You really have to be chosen. All right, you really have to be called and chosen in this thing, man. Okay, because really, what is faith, man? Hebrews 11:1. Let me grab it, because there's a big reason why people can't, they just can't see the bigger picture, man. They don't see any, they have an extreme lack of foresight, This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Right, man. So that's the ultimate test that we're going through right now, man. The Lord wants to see, if we have that faith, man. If we actually, or continue to hope for these things, or we're gonna have that belief of the evidence of things not seen, man. That's really what this whole thing is about, man. If you don't if you don't have you don't have that level of belief, if you don't have that level of if you can't see into the future, that's really what the Lord gave us, man. The Lord really gave us a peek into the future, man. He's literally through these scriptures, brothers get different visions, all right? He's literally laying out for us what's about to come, man. The times that we're coming into. That's literally what it means to be a prophet, man, all right? As scripture say in Amos the 3rd chapter, he revealeth, in the 7th verse, he revealeth his secrets unto the servants of prophets, man. So ultimately, you having that, ultimately you having those things revealed unto you, man. You're supposed to do what, man? You're supposed to go and spread this gospel, spread this good news, spread the fact that all these things are about to come down the pipe, and the fact that it's only a matter of time before this wicked kingdom is destroyed, man. And you should hasten that day, look forward to that. You shouldn't have a problem with it and want to find any type of way to come up against it and try to what's the word they use? They try to hold on, Salaki, I'm in traffic, in transit right now. Alright, so, yeah, they want to, what's the word they use for that, man? They want to, debunk. Yeah, the water y'all about showing shot. That's the word. They want to debunk, these things that we're speaking, man. They want to do anything in their power to try to disprove what these words, man. All right, that especially all these heathen, man. All right, all these heathen man. Maybe even more so, 2/3 of our people, man. Because 2/3 of our people, they come up and scoff the most, man. They're the ones who really want this place to continue to spin on more than any. You look at all these different truthers and all these different people who claim to believe who are putting out different videos and trying to, and as Scripture said, that this man's tongue will fall upon himself, man. All right, I believe that's Psalm the 64th chapter. And it's a bunch of heathen, man, a bunch of Edomites prophesying against their own kingdom, man. But Jake don't want to hear it, man. Jake just happy with the crumbs he getting, man. Jake like, man, as long as I'm getting these few crumbs off Esau's table, man, then that's cool with me, And ultimately, it's going to be, you're going to keep trying to sustain your life here. You're going to keep trying, as Scripture say, man, him who try to save his life will lose it, roughly paraphrasing. Those who keep trying to continue on here, that's what ultimately is going to come down to, man. When it comes down to that hour of temptation, all right, when it comes down to Esau really coming with his last ditch effort, when he tries to get everyone to get a part of his system, all right, and take that CHIP, that mark, that MARK, that no man might buy or sell unless he have it, all right. People are gonna be still trying to continue on their life here, man. Still trying to sustain anything they've gotten this time or the things they want to get in this time, man. All right, and that's gonna be a heavy motivator for people to line up and take that thing, man. It's not gonna be a bunch of and that's the funny part about it. It's not gonna be a bunch of Esau ain't gonna have to try that hard to get people to take that charagma, man. People gonna be lining up to take that thing, man. People are gonna be willfully taking it, man. It ain't even gonna be a huge battle. Just like what you just seen with that when they try to get everyone to roll their sleeves up, man, and get that madness put in their arm, man. All right, most people had no problem. They was trying to encourage others to take it as well. They was going back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, multiple rounds, man. All right, so there's gonna be people gonna be wolfing lined up to get that thing, man. Scripture saying no man might buy or sell unless he have it. So if you can't even buy or sell, man, it's not gonna be a question. People are gonna be willfully taking that thing, man, and it's all gonna be to their destruction, man. All right, so that's all I had, man. Lord one's edifying. Call Lord La Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem with Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.